Bad man said.
Okay.
Chaos magic! You are now a chicken.
Not Zedric's Madman's.
Yeah. Well, considering my chaos magic has been seeping into reality, it wouldn't surprise me if just a blade would come out. Like,
Me either, to be honest. No.
I punch you through the monitor.
So where last we left off, most of the group was preparing to interrogate a Is-It foreman who is currently tied up in jury's special room.
Mm-hmm.
While
I do want to say before we begin officially, because jury would know what information they want to get out of them, but I need that clarification. What kind of information do we need from him?
Oh, we think that he was working with Fuckface, the
Fuckface McGee?
the
Gotcha.
Molotov, the crazy scientist. And basically, we need to figure out what he knows about that, or which of his personalities know anything about him and what he did, and if he knows something about the sabotage at the boiler works on who caused the explosion, because now we know it wasn't Malgar.
Yeah.
So someone else, basically, we thought we fixed it, we left, someone, obviously a third party that we didn't know of, caused the explosion anyhow, while we had our backs turned, and we need to figure out who that is. Maybe it was just Molotov just coming back and doing something. He can teleport after all. But, yeah. We need to know stuff. Oh, and Cedric would like research notes so he can make that crazy Misium apparatus, which he just injects himself with Misium, because that seems like a good idea.
That seems like an awful idea.
I don't know what benefit it could possibly have, but it seems like a good idea.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, exactly. He did it. He was powerful, kinda.
Well, you do realize that the guy you have is not the guy that did that, right?
Yeah, no. I know. But maybe he knows where we can find more notes or something, or scribblings or something.
Okay, but this guy, he has at least 3 different personalities that we know of.
I think we're up in 4.
Yeah. So, well, I thought maybe we should just decide on a set of questions that we repeat to each one of the personalities, just to see what kind of answers we get, and just try to
try to catch them out on their story.
I would assume one of the definite things is the whole cult of Niv-Mizzet problem that we've currently encountered.
Yeah.
Why is that a problem?
Because Niv-Mizzet is always a problem.
Zeke, you
Give me
were
one more
very
second.
good at notes taking, right?
What? No, I just remember things.
Great. Could you keep track of how many different personalities there are and what they're saying?
I'm trying to find a fucking pencil.
I have one here if you want one.
I literally had like a box of pencils and pens.
Just gonna push it
hold
through
on.
here. Hang on.
Oh, just give me 1 second.
Yeah, but just take it. Fuck.
Yeah, it would be awesome if the computer screen worked like the ring gates. You just
Yeah. Cybersex would look very different in that case.
yeah.
If we
You
just
had
be
to
guys,
go there, didn't you?
yeah, just
You
humping
had
on
to
it.
go there.
Also, gaming would look very different. 'Cause if you
Someone shoots you, shit.
and you
fuck
just
me.
have to punch them through the
I didn't go into the settings menu and turned off.
yeah.
I've killed my
See?
mic. As a warning, I have killed my mic because I'm having a little bit of a nosebleed, and I'm pretty
Oh.
sure nobody wants to see that shit.
Oh,
You killed
the
your
Rakdos
camera.
likes it.
I mean, you killed your camera, right?
Well, I turned it off.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah. No. You said to us that you killed your mic.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant I
While
killed
you
my
were
camera.
talking to
Sorry,
us.
Yeah.
sorry.
Slight difference.
I was gonna say no. If you meant to kill your mic, then you pressed the wrong button.
Also, he
So,
would be able to tell us that he did it.
while you lot are attempting to obtain information, you are oblivious to the fact that your friend, who you left on the bridge outside Rixmati, was invited in
Mhm.
by a very
Flip.
nice.
I'm sure he. Oh, you're
There
frozen.
we go. Now you're back.
Yeah, you froze
disappeared
up there, Casey.
Casey. Yeah.
Yep.
He was invited,
Torture.
we heard,
Did I?
and you
Tortura.
Oh,
disappeared.
yes.
Yeah.
Your friend was invited by a very nice lady to spend the evening with her and her sisters.
Hmm.
Did I cut out again?
Nope.
No,
Nope,
you're
you're
fine.
good.
Yeah,
yeah,
by
I'm
Tortura.
Just
sure-
no one responded. So
I'm sure he's fine. She seemed like a nice lady. He's gonna die.
I love that reaction. Oh yeah, he's dead. Just not the, oh yeah, we need to help him. Just, oh yeah, he's dead. So,
Okay. Real quickly again, who is this person's name? The goblin's name?
he's a human, not a goblin.
Oh, what? Oh, was a human? I could have sworn it was a goblin.
You keep thinking of Grimbob.
Yeah.
Is that it? I probably.
Grimbob was the goblin that we found out was involved with the whole mess back at the thing, and then
Yeah,
we
the
gave
first-
him to the Azorius.
Mm-hmm. Right, so it's the foreman, right?
Yes. His name, I'll put it in Skype, is Antazolov Court.
Yeah.
And while you are preparing to question him, as you're kind of getting ready, you hear a very loud banging on the door.
Oh, god damn it.
We don't really hear that inside the room, but I know someone's standing outside. the door.
Dovin would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the setup was.
Everyone
Mark-
went inside but Dovin.
Yeah, exactly.
You do know how to get inside if you watch Jury open the door. There's
Yeah.
like a little panel and
Like,
but if
Do-
someone were to enter, they wouldn't be able to see us, right? Because
Yeah.
we are cool.
yeah, Dovin wouldn't have swapped over to see through Suresh yet, so he goes over and opens up the door and goes, "Do you normally get solicitors over here?"
Jury looks confused.
And again, you hear a very large bang, bang, bang on the door.
I put a mask and gag over Intizolv. Be like, keep quiet.
I think he's
Goes out.
right now.
Goes
He's
to the
currently
door.
unconscious still, so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have a
hide
weapon at
behind
the
the
ready.
couch or something.
I'll hide behind court.
Yeah, court. I have a weapon at the ready, and I said, "Hello."
And you hear a very gruff, heavy voice from the other side of the door, which you do recognize. I don't like making house calls. And you recognize that the voice is, surprisingly to you, Drazhan.
Oh wait,
Your
that's my
Boros ally.
Boros contact. Hey.
And you know that it's very rare.
Yeah, I'm
for him to
like-
come this way.
I open the door and I usher him in.
And you see behind, stood behind him, is a quite well dressed but quite unassuming Velkadin, who you don't know. And he turns, looks at him, and says, "Wait here." And the Vulcan looks quite nervous in the
Can we
area.
tell him to
They
wait
are
outside?
wearing, yes, and they are wearing robes to hide their Boros colors. Drazan has been here before. He knows what to do, and he doesn't exactly look like a typical Boros anyway. This other guy looks quite nervous where he is. And Drazan turns and steps inside. And the rest of you do see a very large, imposing-looking Minotaur.
Give me 1 second. No.
Rip his horn off.
Dovin just kind of eyes him up and down and goes, "Meh, I've seen trolls bigger."
I have message. I don't have message. Never mind.
Drazan hears you, and he kind of looks at you, and he says,
I don't say it out loud.
"Oh, do you
I
not?"
didn't say it out loud. I said he was thinking.
Okay,
to
I thought you were
himself.
saying that you said it.
No, he said it to
Like,
himself.
what's your AC? Just checking.
There's Drajan.
Yeah, there you go.
The answer to that question, Madman, is technically 22.
Oh. Yeah, because shield.
Yup.
Like, so what do I hold the pleasure today, Drajan?
You know that I don't like when your performer friends send ultimatums to my precinct.
I'm honestly confused. I don't know why you would come to me.
He reaches into his sleeve and pulls out a scroll and hands it to you. And bear in mind, at this point, you had been waiting here for a few hours before the delivery was made.
Mm-hmm.
You actually been here long enough to have taken a short rest, and yeah.
Yeah. But Jerry reads the scroll.
It is in very kind of flowing writing. Appears to be written in blood.
Of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, it's Rakdos.
And it is basically a ransom note.
If it was Gruul, it'd be written in something else.
Yeah. It is basically a ransom note, and along with the ransom note, there is a strand of hair that you probably recognize because Vullen's hair is quite stark. It's a very bright white.
That's very unique.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Jury can make the connection. Told that fool to come with us. And can I make the connection or roll to see if I could? I knew that Tortura walked that way towards the end of the bridge. And could I?
Well, I mean, you were walking into Rixmati,
and she was leaving.
And she was passing you going the other direction.
Mm-hmm. So can I make the connection that they met?
Well,
potentially?
the message is signed by the Five Chains, which you know is
And now it's
the
the Five
her
Witches.
sisters. Yeah.
I swear I will kill them all. Alright. Terribly sorry, Drazan, for this problem. I will make sure to get it settled.
He has the eye of the guild leader. Make sure you do.
What's away? Do you need this done immediately, or would you be willing to wait 30 minutes? I have
He just kind
a
of stares at you.
Like I have a thing.
now.
So
Yeah. It's like kind of like I just said that he has the eye of the guild leader, and now you want to know if you want me to leave him with the witches for 30. You know, it's like, are you kidding?
Right.
Dovin is literally in the background cracking up at this. Like, he has broken all sense of stoicism at this point.
Let's see. He just thinks. He sits there. Right.
They are demanding, and
What was that?
they are demanding a blood ransom for him.
Yeah, that's their standard operation. One moment. Walks back into the room with and Tizdu. Oh god, it is the court. Unchains him, unbinds him, picks him up, puts him over his shoulder, walks out. I'll be back. If you want to wait here for my return, that's fine. Well, if you wish to come along, that'll also work.
right. So
What are you?
What's happening?
What are you doing?
yeah, why where are you taking him?
I'm gonna deal with the issue. Fucking hate the five shits.
I thought we were dealing with
Why-
issues in here.
Which issue?
Why are you bringing him with
Oh.
us?
No turn. He starts leaving.
What? Right. Okay. I guess change of plans.
Dovin's just like,
Okay.
Why?
Why?
Right.
That's
So-
basically my reaction at this point as well.
Dovin's sitting there going, I feel like Nikolai right now.
So, I'm
But
just gonna,
I mean, he has,
gonna walk
he has-
out after Jury. That's it. What are you doing? Just let us know what's happening here and drop him first. Because
I can't. I'll return. We'll send a message. He just keeps walking.
yeah,
I mean, I'll just should. You're sneaky. Could you go with?
sure.
Are the Boros still here?
Yeah.
Right. So, do you guys want tea or something?
He kind of looks around at the rest of you and says, "You're letting him go on his own?
I'm.
I thought you were supposed
Follow.
to be his allies."
What? Oh, we don't know what's happening.
Right.
Allies is a strong word.
Right, maybe we should go with. Maybe we should go with. Hang on.
Associates would be
Well,
more.
Yeah, we'll postpone the tea. All right. How about that?
Forced co-workers is probably the better word. Like, this is Dovin actually saying this at this point.
Yeah.
And I would
Jury,
say
what are you doing? And
I mean, let's just go with
if
him
you
and see where it
if
goes.
you want backup for whatever it is you're doing, you're gonna have to tell us something, because I'm not gonna risk my life again just walking into some Rakdos shit, not knowing what's happening.
You can follow.
Dovin
Won't be
comes
able
up
to
behind
get inside.
Dovin comes up
Plus-
behind Malgar and goes, "It's the Rakdos. Even if you knew what was going on, you'd still be risking your life."
Yeah, well,
You can follow and stay vigilant. If I need assistance, I will give you a signal.
Right, I'll come with. I'll take notes, I guess. I have the notebook right here, so I might as well. And Giori walks stoically, with
Yeah,
determination, with a body over his shoulder, forward.
And those with high enough perception can just hear Jury just cussing and just cursing every name that he knows. Just
I mean, I just
with
thought that was...
So with the way that Jury curses, high enough perception is what, like a 2
yep.
on their roll.
I mean, like,
And I'm gonna probably say that while they're walking, Jerry finds just a random bystander and just vicious mockeries them
Okay.
because he's just so pissed off. He's just like,
pain.
death, suffering.
Yeah, because like you do.
Yeah.
Mhm. I'll just
Just to give you all a bit of scene setting about the area that you're walking through. There you go. There's a
Yeah.
nice picture of where you're
Yeah.
walking through.
Going very close to Jury and keeping all my pockets tight. Just going, all right.
Is that the guild gate?
Hmm?
It's
Yeah.
not nobody. Yeah.
It's actually that was just a Ravnica mountain, but it's picturing a part of the Rakdos area.
Yeah, when you're walking, you just constantly hear screams and pain, moans of pain, and both pleasure and pain, one or the other, mixed in.
Sometimes coming from the same person.
Yeah,
Occasionally. Where are you headed to, Jury?
the Five Chains house, their domicile.
Okay.
Their dwelling.
How many different words for house can we come up with?
Give me a few.
Abode.
Casa, villa, castle.
It takes
Cave.
you about 20 minutes walking to
Yeah.
reach the location, which is deeper into
Oh, yeah.
Rakdos lands, of course, yeah.
Mhm.
When you get there, you do notice that they have a guard stood at the door. And the guard looks a little bit nervous seeing a person carrying a body up to the door. Not necessarily as nervous as he might in other parts of the city, but still a little bit curious.
Open the door. I need to talk with the sisters.
I'm afraid I can't do that at the moment.
Open
Who are you?
the door. And I will try to
Who
intimidate
are
him
you?
to
Roll it.
23.
Can I assist by going, grrr?
That
would
might give him
probably be
You get
disadvantage.
disadvantage, yeah.
You get disadvantage because he's laughing at the is it behind you.
23.
He actually takes a step back as you kind of sneer at him, and he says, "I can't."
Tell them I'm here for the ransom.
And he kind of
Open the door.
opens the door, steps through, and pulls it closed behind him. A couple minutes pass.
I was about to say probably after about 20 seconds, Jer just walks up and either kicks down the door or opens it and walks in.
Well, you did hear it locking as he went back through it. As he went in.
As soon as he goes inside, I'm going to just. What ransom are you talking about, Jury?
And take the note and I throw it towards them.
What does it say? What does it say?
It says ding 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 ding.
You look at the note. And
Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. What the hell is Ovaltine?
you read the note, and basically what you are able to obtain from it is that
is that
And-
you froze and we got none of that.
Yeah.
I hate
What-
UK internet. Okay, that's all you got from the note then.
Yep.
I
It's
got
a
says-
nothing.
blank note. This doesn't say anything, Jury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the note basically says that Velen's been taken hostage, and they are demanding a blood debt for him.
Do we know what that is?
Yes, it's
Ah.
blood.
You can
And
infer some
you-
things, but you don't.
Roll me intelligence.
I mean, I'll just ask. Judy, what's a
Oh.
blood debt? We can just scrape some off your armor,
You
give it to
don't
them in a
wanna know.
vial. Like, I can ask, so I really want to know. If someone tells me I don't want to know something, I need to know it. Alright, secrets. I'll unveil them.
So.
You get through secrets all and then whap.
Hey, Malcolm, what's
Roll
blood
that
debt?
intelligence, see if you know what a blood debt is.
Yeah,
I mean-
roll it.
I'm guessing yes, it's just blood.
Hmm.
And
That would be enough to get the basics at least. A 3, those are not enough, no.
Yeah.
But Zedric, that's enough. You basically would understand that a blood debt normally means that they are
Yes,
passing.
not the lowest.
I have no idea.
Yeah, the other two of you have no clue. No. Zedric, you understand that a blood debt usually means that in order to give this person up, they want the blood of someone more valuable.
Okay.
So-
Me! Oh no! Is that why you wanted to bring me, Yuri? You tricky little bitch.
Yuri just kind of looks at
I
you.
didn't
And,
mean that! I didn't mean that! Sorry!
We all
Just
just
like-
tried to turn and look at Zedric and go,
what?
we're lucky they're not asking for like a brain debt. You'd put us even further in.
Alright, do you want me to open up the door for you? I can just go clickety clackety and do the wacky.
So, your plan is to give them quarter? Is that
One.
because we still haven't interrogated him?
Yeah. Didn't have the time.
We kind of need the information from him.
Yeah,
Plus,
we won't
all-
be able to interrogate him if we give him over to them.
Plus, also there is that fact that he's already being looked at by the Office of the Guild Pact. And, we are kind of fugitives.
I would rather not have the entire Boros Guild hunt me down.
We already have the entire Boros Guild hunting us down.
Yeah.
And the Azorius.
I
Yeah,
don't think they can
not
double
for
up that
breaking
offer.
the law, for personal vengeance.
All right.
Let's see what these
So-
guys have to say, but I think we need some plan C stuff right here.
Yeah, why don't we just get together with some of the Boros and break this place down? Take him back with force.
But then you would have the Rakdos after you.
Yeah.
Shit.
If it was anyone below the Blood Witches, I would agree. Hell, I would initiate it.
Maybe we can talk to them. Maybe they meant it's very literal. Like, we have some vials, we can put some blood together, pool our efforts, and just send them over. Maybe they just need a blood transfusion. Have you thought about that? Medical issues, Yuri. Medical.
I want to take a look at the building in front of us there and see what kind of, if there is any sort of ways that would immediately look like it would be possible to gain access to it by other ways than the front door.
That's great. If we keep them busy
roll
here,
me investigation.
that's great. If we can keep them busy at the door, maybe you can sneak Velen out the back door.
Yeah, I keep rolling shit though. So.
Let's stop that.
Good plan. Stop it.
Okay, you heard him. Roll 20.
Stop being shit.
Yep.
It's roll 20. The shit ain't happening. I swear they like learned their algorithm for dice rolls from fucking XCOM.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Will Wheaton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're both the same
No,
thing.
he learned them
You
from
have a
XCOM too.
95% chance to hit with the shotgun within 1 unit. Miss.
Yeah.
They have a 5% chance to hit from 100 feet away. Crit. The fuck?
Yeah.
No, you have a 100% chance to hit with a shotgun within 1 unit, and yet you still fucking miss.
Yeah.
Because
Well, that's
XCOM rounds up.
That's because you were within half a unit, which is not
Mhm.
1 unit.
Yeah. And you actually
Yeah.
have less accuracy the closer you get from 1 unit.
Everyone knows that's how a shotgun works, alright? It's a long
Yeah.
distance weapon. You guys
Yeah.
are just using the shit wrong.
It's made for sniping.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, you could technically snipe with a shotgun and a slug.
Yeah.
So should I open up the door and try to, or should we kick
Well.
Margar maybe could sneak in a window?
Malgar,
That's
your
a plus.
investigation does not lend you to any alternate entrance.
Well, we don't even see like windows or shit, like something that's
you
very
see
obvious.
windows, but there's like spikes with heads on it. It's
Yeah,
most likely
basically.
on fire.
Oh, there was. Oh, it's on fire. That's makes things
And
hard.
they do have a you can kind of see around towards the back of the building, but their home actually does back onto a cliff with a lava flow below it,
It's a great
and the
scenery.
balcony does have high iron spikes curving up out of it. So if you wanted to suspend yourself over a cliff above lava and try to deal with barbed spikes, you could possibly get in that way. Maybe.
Okay.
It just doesn't sit right with me just
Alright.
handing over this guy because, okay, let's assume that one of his personalities might have been involved somehow with this sabotage plot. That still means that there are 3 of those personalities that are basically innocent.
That's if there's only 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
There might
still.
be 900
So-
of them, and all of them are conspiracies.
So what I'm saying here is that if we give this guy to these blood sisters or whatever it's as a ransom, we're basically handing over 4 persons, 3 of which are probably innocent and not involved in anything nefarious. And
Point is,
Right, I agree
the
with you.
point is that I don't think Velen would approve of that, and I don't really approve of it myself.
I agree with you. That's why we should maybe talk to them, see if we can figure out something else. If nothing else, and he takes out his Ulfheim sap ball and he puts it into his apparatus, goes zzzz, and it starts glowing. And I'm gonna charge it with a level 2 spell slot, Casey.
Okay.
And then he's just gonna put it back into his bag because now it's like shining, like a daylight spell, and he's just gonna put it down. So now he's like a
The
somewhat
light
glowing
is
pouch.
just seeping out of the mesh of the bag.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like they'll never suspect a thing.
yeah, you won't be allowed inside, unfortunately.
We'll see. Talk to them. See what
I'm
happens.
just wondering if I should make the contents of your bag roll for damage as to ball
It says
bounced around in contacts.
it says I can choose when to use it, so I can throw it and activate it on it. It's
Yeah,
just
but
an
when you
action
throw it into
charge.
your bag, does that
I don't
count?
throw it into my bag. I place it gently. If I were to fall, I would maybe agree with you.
Roll me a dex save.
Come on.
Okay, no, you're fine.
Done this before, you know.
Yeah, I know, and I might keep doing it. It's fun.
Right.
Do you try to force your way in, or do you wait a couple minutes?
Yeah, it's up to you. Right?
Uh,
I can lockpick.
begrudgingly wait.
Okay.
You know, while we're there, I'm just gonna try and sneak off and see if I can find a way inside.
Dovin looks at Jerry and goes, Jerry, would you have an issue if I at least kept eyes on you while you were in there? Because I don't trust blood witches, and there's a way for me to do it without them. There's a way for me to do it without them really noticing.
It's fun.
All right. He gives off a whistle,
Well,
and you.
Ooh, shit! What are you doing?
Algar has vanished.
I'm going to sneak off and see if I can find a way inside. That's more rolls like this, please.
Cedric, like, it doesn't matter what happens. The important part is that we do it together. Where the shit is Mulgar? Fuck.
Right, Mulgar turns.
Shut up.
I only exist in your memories.
The thing is, like, we're standing in the middle of a large road in front of a house.
Gone.
You didn't even hear a move. You just
Yeah, totally the Batman thing.
No. There's a It's like that episode of The Simpsons where they went to go get the lemon tree. I'm over here, or am I over here?
Yeah.
no, it's the Homer
The Millhouse
Simpson
with
meme.
camouflage.
Just backs into the hedge, just disappears. Just
I love that meme.
Dovin's gonna call Suresh, and he's gonna like place him on Jerry's shoulder to like hide underneath one of Jerry's shoulder
yeah,
pads.
there's plenty of places for him to hide if it's a small spider.
Yeah.
Do I can buff you with something?
And worse it happens, Jerry moves in the wrong way, crushes him. I just call him back later.
If something happens, make a sound like something exploding or screaming or something, and we'll come inside and help you.
Dovin looks at Zedric and goes, I'll know
Give me 1
if
second.
something happens.
Great. Then you scream if something happens, and then I'll scream, and then I guess Malgar screams somewhere in the shadows, and then we all scream, and then we help each other.
Just cover me.
I have to help my mom with the groceries. It will not take more than probably 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. We'll wait to open the door till you get back there.
Yeah, you're kind of
So
critical.
you can
for
do
next
the
scene.
Malgar sneaking around and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. So Malgar, after you have vanished, and become so stealthy that you forget where you are.
Yeah, because I have climbing speed, so I just want to see if I can climb around the building a bit to get a closer look at it, a bit more than my initial investigation check, if possible.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Right.
Okay. And then give me another investigation with advantage this time.
All right.
Yay!
And this time you roll it well enough both times.
Yeah.
After a few false starts and a couple close calls, you eventually manage to find your way basically to the balcony.
Mhm. Okay, I want to see if I can hear anyone inside. I want to stay there a little while and just listen for voices or talking or whatever.
Give me a perception roll as well. Okay, and actually, because of where you are, I'll give you advantage on it as well. So roll again.
I'm basically
Nope.
picturing the scene out of Pulp Fiction when he comes saving William Wallace.
I'm thinking this might be the wrong building.
No, 12's not that bad. You actually hear. What languages does Malgar speak?
Let's see. Oh, I haven't actually written them up for some reason.
Wow.
But well, what's the you have common? I have
Well done.
let's see. I have to check my background and stuff. I'm not sure if I have any extra languages actually. I'm not sure. I don't know the setting that well as well, so I'm not too familiar with which languages would be sort of commonplace.
Elven, Goblin would be very common. Infernal, Celestial are both in use.
Yeah. Yeah. So I primarily use the ones that are common among the Simic. So.
Okay, so at that point you're probably looking at common, Aquan, possibly, yeah. Do Merfolk have a separate language?
No, Merfolk would speak Aquan.
Yeah, Merfolk would speak Aquan, yeah, that's right, yeah. That would be the main two probably for the Simic then.
Alright. So, just gonna put that in. Yeah. So. I'm not a linguist.
The ones that I'm thinking of are probably Common, Elven, and Aquan. Because, of course, they let them have elves again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I have returned.
Well, green is one of their colors, so.
But canonically, the Simic elves are dead, so that bugs me.
Well, yeah. It's because magic and green is elves, and yeah.
Gotta love that.
So you hear
the one trip, carry everything on one arm or two arms and just
yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's probably
Malgar,
common and Aquan.
You hear a voice speaking quietly in a quite harsh language you do not understand.
Okay, and what sort of voice is it? Is it female or male?
It is a female voice.
Right.
And actually, I will say that
you cut
and frozen.
Yep. Didn't hear you there.
We might
camera
totally lose
and
him.
mic.
Yeah, we might totally lose him this time.
It usually takes
one of those languages
that's
quite
he's back.
easy to recognize.
You were gone, dude. You were gone.
You fell out for a few seconds there. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 seconds.
10 minutes. 10 seconds. Yeah, you were gone.
Sorry, everyone went really choppy there for me for a second. What was that?
You were gone.
You totally froze up on our end.
I just got gibberish from all of you, so.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you are hanging over the balcony, listening to a voice speaking Infernal.
Okay. Yep. I'm going
Just gonna hang out?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can. I want to sort of peek into the room first and see if there is any sort of a place where I could possibly hide in there also, or if it's like a completely open room or something, then I'm not going in.
Okay. Roll me stealth, and then roll me perception.
But I already wrote stuff.
Yeah, no, that was before all of
Yep.
this. You will have advantage on this stealth, though.
All right. Well, I'm still quite good at it, so. Yep.
Okay. You kind of inch forward a bit more so that you can actually see in.
Yep.
And what you see, you have to kind of almost take a double take. Because your mind, for the first time you look, tells you that what you saw could not have been right.
Okay.
But what you see is a woman who looks exactly like the woman that you met on the bridge earlier in the day,
Mm-hmm.
wrapping what looks like a burial shroud around a woman who looks exactly like the woman you met on the bridge earlier today.
Okay.
What's that?
What?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I googled it.
What did you do?
A burial shroud.
Ah,
Okay, and it's just the two of them?
at the moment, it appears to be in that room, yes.
All right. Does the woman who's rapping, does she look wounded? Or
She looks covered in blood, but it's hard to tell if she's actually wounded.
all right.
It's hard to tell if it's her blood or someone else's.
Okay. And I don't see any other sort of immediate signs of Velen anywhere in there.
You do not.
Yeah. Damn it, I wish I had some telepathy or stuff. But,
Yeah, I didn't take the message cantrip. I'm regretting that now.
yeah,
Because I
you'd
would
have to
be
have a
using
line
it-
of sight anyway, so.
Oh, okay. Because I would be using it all the time. Hey, Malgar, where are you? Where are you now?
Mm.
What are you doing? What are you wearing?
Yeah,
Especially
line
this
of
last
sight.
one.
You can reply to this message.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so it looks like she's doing some sort of almost ritual then.
Mm-hmm.
I take it that's also why she's speaking in Infernal.
Very possibly.
Yeah, so if she is sort of preoccupied with that, I'm going to sneak a little bit more inside. I don't want to move too far away from the balcony. Just so
Okay,
in
I will
case-
explain the geography to you.
Yep.
Because she is preoccupied, she's not paying attention to you, but she is facing the balcony.
All right.
So to go in, you would be dropping directly into her line of sight.
Okay. That makes things a bit more difficult.
But he's Batman.
Well, Batman usually drops into their line of sight. It's just it's a surprise when he does.
Or just behind them.
Yeah.
It's a bit creepy.
So what are you gonna do?
Well, at the moment, I'm just. How long did it take me to get to where I am right now with the sneaking and climbing?
Probably 3 to 4 minutes. It probably felt a lot longer, but it didn't actually take you that much time.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna stay there actually. Just wait.
Okay.
You're gonna prepare a Rainbow Six like entrance.
Yeah. throw in a flashbang and
Yeah.
move in. Yeah. No, I'm gonna wait until she moves out of there, or something happens. Yeah, I'm just basically just staking
Or
out
if
until
something happens.
until something happens
Uh-huh.
that might give me an opportunity to sneak in.
Okay. Meanwhile, we'll cut back to the front door. A couple minutes pass, and then you hear the locks disengaging.
Jerry
door
starts walking
begins-
forward.
Well, the door opens, and as it does, someone steps out of it. And all of you see, to intents and purposes, the woman that you saw on the bridge earlier tonight. Jury, you actually recognize, though, that this is Curtia, who is one of the other sisters.
It's pronounced Utilia.
Huh?
Nothing.
And as she steps out, she just glares at you, Jury. And does not speak.
I start walking forward to go inside.
No, I mean, she stood in the doorway, staring at you.
Yeah, I wasn't right in front of the door,
Mm-hmm.
but I just started walking. We need to discuss.
I mean, she's blocking the door not to let you in. So are you going to walk into her?
Oh, this could go very, very badly if I do this.
Do it. You can do it.
Yeah. If there are no witnesses, we can't be in trouble.
Exactly.
It's not like
We
they...
need to talk. No.
He killed Hetsa.
I don't care.
Do you plan to pay the blood debt?
I kind of shrug the shoulder that the person's sitting on. We need to talk.
Then talk.
I will spend my last first level spell slot and cast command,
Ooh.
telling them to flee.
Shit's about to go down, boys.
Telling who to flee?
The
The group?
Curtia.
Oh, I'm not telling the
Because
group, huh?
This is only on one person, right?
Yeah, no, I know. I was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Run away! Run away!
Cedric's like,
And
"All
what
right."
I essentially tell her is move, and that's the flee command.
Okay. Jesus.
Ooh. I'm sure she appreciates that.
Hold on, let me check what she's got. Does she have anything that's going to help with it?
I swear to God, if she has a fucking legendary resistance, I'm gonna fucking... No, I'm just gonna leave this game right now.
She is a blood witch. I mean...
Is that only once per month, or?
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, and it coincides with their period.
Or I picture blood witches as they don't have any other menstrual phases. They're always on their periods. That's why they're such bitches.
Probably, that's why they're always so
The
pissy.
blood witches! It all makes
So-
sense now.
It was kind of revealed in the most recent book that they're kind of like an undead.
Yeah, it makes sense. They're like part demon, probably.
They are followers of Rakdos, if I understood the book properly. They're followers of Rakdos who have died, and he has infused with his power to bring them back to life.
Yeah, there's a reason why they're so highly regarded. You know, the few who have been blessed with Rakdos's touch or power.
With his blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's literally what he'll do, is he'll basically bleed on them.
Right, no, she does not have anything that would prevent this. So she does take a step back and allow you through the door.
And then as she essentially goes inside, I go inside and I close the door behind us and I lock it.
Okay.
As
You lock it?
As soon as he does that, I look at Zederic and I go, "You need to cover me because I won't be able to do anything while I'm doing this."
Alright, I'll slap you in the face if you need to come back.
No,
I'll
it
poke you
won't
in the chin.
work. It won't work.
Poke you in the eye.
I have no sense of what is going on with my body while I'm doing this.
I thought it was just sight and sound.
I can't do anything while it's being done, though.
Yeah, but can't you feel touch?
Yeah.
No,
like,
I think it shuts down everything
No,
on my main
it's-
body.
No, you can
link
still,
spell.
if you're looking through your familiar, you can still feel your body. You
And you can
cannot
still
see or
talk.
hear.
And you can
Okay.
still talk, so you'd be like,
So
all right.
that's
he
why I like
sees-
the tap me on the shoulder if I
Okay.
need to come back kind of thing.
Or
That
slap
would
in the
work.
face. I mean,
Yeah.
you
Or a
say
slap in the
potato, I
face.
say
That
potato.
would work. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you slap me in the face and I come back, you're going to get more than just a smack upside the head.
Alright,
You're gonna-
I'll slap you behind.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm probably gonna wake up
Reverse.
with pants full of ball bearings.
I
You're
can.
gonna wake up the next day, Suresh is just gonna be right here.
Alright, maybe sit down next to the door so people don't get weird at you just staring at the door with white eyes.
They don't turn white. He
Well,
he
I
sits down in front of the door and it like
like next to it, right? So if they kick
Yeah.
in the door, you don't. Yeah.
Not in front of the door. Yeah.
if you've ever seen there's a species of mold that when it grows vein-like.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally what it looks like his eyes are doing. It just looks like this black substance is just growing over his eyes.
Dovan, that's so much worse.
Literally, I have flavored all of his stuff around mold.
Yeah, that's nice. I like it.
I
like
am
it.
here. I'm just if you can't see me on the camera, I'm just
Yep.
looking something up.
Um,
So,
while he's doing that,
mhm.
I'm sorry, I don't know how much time, but what I will want to do in the next seconds is to put in my thieves' tools and basically bring the door into. I want to start the picking without actually unlocking it so they can hear the click. I want to be able to unlock it quick if like there's a thing going on, like if I hear someone scream or.
Right.
That's-
Okay.
If Dovin goes, we need to get in there.
Yeah, I just want to be to turn the thing instead of going, well, okay, I better start doing this.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a lock picking roll.
Okie dokie.
Right.
Okay. Nice.
I forgot I had a spare key to that place.
Yeah.
So when you act, have you
Yeah,
ever seen the
wild
show?
parties.
Have you ever seen the anime Big O?
No.
Okay,
No.
so the main character has this like switchblade that he takes it and he opens it up and he sticks it in the door, and when he pulls it out, it's literally a perfect copy of the key.
Yeah. Like,
The-
it's weird that I don't use this function on my switchblade more often. I mean, it's very handy. Yeah. So I basically did that, and I just have it prepped with like one ball in my with a hand in the pocket on my ball.
That
He's-
that phrasing's perfect.
He's fondling his ball in case
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need to go in there.
You know, I want to be able to
Wait,
release it quickly.
It's even better. He's fondling his ball in front of a house of women.
While he's looking down through the keyhole.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're officially a peeping Tom.
Change your name tag to Tom.
Oh shit! I think I have already had Tom. Hang on. I have. Yeah. No, Tom. Thomas, but not Tom. Right now, I have a sticker that says murderer.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, because nothing says intimidating like a sticker that says murderer on your chest.
Hey, in case they were wondering, like, oh, is he like a bad guy? Oh yeah, he's a bad guy. He's a murderer. Says it right there.
He's one of the boys.
Assuming they can read.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I have
Otherwise, you're just a nerd with words.
No, I have a little stick figure next to it that's stabbing another stick figure.
That's drawn in red paint, not blood.
Oh no, I'm not that hardcore.
I know, I said red paint, not blood.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
I think we are prepped.
yeah, you are prepping the door. Dovin, you are observing the inside. Jury, you have stepped inside. In the room, as you step in, the first thing you do notice, of course, is Cortia has stepped back from the door. And inside the room, you see Tortua and Satana standing over what looks like a cocoon of chains with white hair sticking out of the top. Quite literally wrapped from toe to like nose in chains.
Smells great.
Yeah, the room is quite covered in blood. The sisters are all three that are here that are all bloody.
Mm-hmm.
Pointing that out, you do see three sisters. Cortia, Tortua, Satana. And as you step in, Tortua looks at you and says...
You said Zatanna?
Yeah, Satana. Satana.
Got it.
Does she have a brother named Damien?
Maybe.
We have to fight hell. We have to fight Hellstorm, I'm fucking leaving.
He's only bad if he starts rhyming.
So what do they do when I walk in?
Tortua looks up at you and says, "Have you come to pay the debt?"
Pick the person off my shoulder. This one you'll find rather useful. A Izzet foreman works at the boiler works. Has a few personalities with some rather intriguing information.
You wish to trade is it bureaucrat for the man who killed my sister?
Not just a bureaucrat. Someone with links to a certain cult that could prove harmful to Rakdos.
And is it cultist?
One of them.
Interesting.
And I kind of point to the bolts on his head. He changes.
Four torturees for the price of one.
Yeah, like you can torture the guy, he will forget it. Torture him again.
Cut off his toes, new personality comes in. Why are my toes missing?
That's a good sales pitch.
We don't know the name of the cult.
We don't?
Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
you do.
Cult of Niv-Mizzet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. It was just a cult name, is it?
Yeah, it's a very very utilitarian name.
Gotcha. I thought we just knew it was a cult that worshiped Niv-Mizzet.
No, that is what they are called. They are called
Gotcha.
the Cult of Niv-Mizzet.
Nuts.
Yeah. Sometimes they can be right to the point.
Yeah.
Which is
So-
surprising with Is it?
Yeah. That's what tells you those are the dangerous, is it?
Do we have a deal? 30 total. One less from net 20. Unless you want me to roll at disadvantage because one of their sisters died. I'll just roll at disadvantage. Why not? Ugh.
Much lower.
Oh, God. That's a 7. Fuck.
You know, that's called shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah, I didn't even call for the roll. You
But it does
volunteered.
make sense
Still
that
at 18, though.
they want this person Velen dead.
Yeah. Ooh.
And 18 is still very good for persuasion.
It is. She looks down at the floor at him and she sighs and she says, "He may be worth the price, but we won't be conducting any trade here.
Understandable.
If you wish to save your Boros friend,
Stretch
then you will do it publicly
Ooh.
and prove that you are not a true Rakdos."
What the fuck?
We have called to convene a carnival tonight.
Damn it.
If you wish to make the trade, we can make it then.
Very well.
Zedric literally hears Dovin outside go, "Damn it."
No,
No, don't. And he's like, he realizes the mistake he might have made. Don't open it yet. Just. Oh, our night got more complicated.
Can I hear their conversation from where I am?
Roll perception at disadvantage.
I mean, if nothing else, you could hear us, right, from outside.
No, because he's on the other side of the building from you.
Oh.
You're at the front
9.
door. He's gone around to the back.
Yep.
9. You do not hear this conversation. You hear that there is something going on in the room beyond the room that you can see, but you
Right.
cannot make out what it is.
And the sister who's in the room with the shroud, is she still
Just
doing?
working, preparing.
All right.
I say, alrighty. I take it it's at the main tent. Well, Jury would say, like, Roxamati probably has like the main carnival tent.
It would be called the Skull Carnival.
Yeah, it's like, take it it's at the skull.
Did she say to prove that you're not a real Rakdos?
Yep.
Okay. So, go hug puppies! And you're like, no, why do you do this towards my image? It's like the worst torture.
She kind of smiles at you as you ask if it's there. She says, "Oh yes, yes, and there should be a very esteemed guest in the audience."
Double damn it.
Very well. Usual start time.
Oh no.
Sunday.
The start time should be, well, to be honest, we should probably head that way. Zedric, meanwhile, roll me perception.
Okie doke.
So that means I don't have time for a long rest.
You-
Dudes, I'm just throwing out crits. Like, yeah.
Okay, yeah. The DC was 10.
I like to overachieve.
Just a little bit.
Uh,
Yeah, Cedric has like a stethoscope, like he's listening, like, yes, I see. Ah.
Well, as you're kind of stood at the door listening, you look up for a moment, and you see heading down the main thoroughfare towards you, a parade of fire jugglers and people carrying people on crosses.
This is one of those things you should probably call Dovin back.
Yeah. So he kind of takes out his his tools can. Is it an action to remove the tools or what? If I
Just
someone were to
bitch
go
slap
to,
him.
yeah, I'll remove the tools and tap.
Yeah, removing the tools from the door, I would say, would be like a bonus action.
Okay,
or part
I'll
of a
remove the
movement.
tools and tap Dovan on the shoulder, and then kind of do a little.
Wet Willie.
Yeah.
Dovin, you get wet willied.
Why?
So
We've been had, Dovan. We need to fucking go.
So as you do that, you realize that that same mold that you had seen growing across Dolvin's eyes had also like grown across his ears as well, and you just stuck your finger right in it.
Yeah, it is sight and sound. So, yeah.
So Dovin comes back, looks at you, and goes, "Well, you paid for that mistake, didn't you? What's going on?"
We're fucking had they coming to get us with torches
Yeah.
and fire and shit.
And basically, as he's saying all of this, Dovin, you look past him and you do see a parade of fire jugglers.
Would I
people
recognize
carrying
this
crosses.
as the procession leading to a carnival?
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, no, I was expecting this. There's gonna be a carnival. We should probably not be directly in line of sight right now.
Cedric is gonna half yell like, Malgar, hide. I mean, I guess you're doing that, so keep up the good work. And and then I guess
Malgar, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And at this time, though, Dovin, you do realize that there are some of them looking straight at you already.
I'll run around the corner.
Don't run. It's like a wild animal. When you run, you draw attention.
I just ran around the corner. What can I say?
You run.
Yeah.
Around
the corner. Around the corner.
You're not taking a short rest during this, no.
No, I mean, I don't get spell slots back from a short rest, but any chance I could get a...
We had a short rest earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't get spell slots back from a short rest.
Yeah.
I'm a paladin. I'm essentially a paladin, an evil paladin.
Yeah, I need a long rest to get spells back.
Yeah. Well, I have 1 second level spell slot left. Let's go!
Yeah, I also just spent a spell slot.
I expended my last first level. Well, if push comes to shove, I can kill one because I have all 5 of my baleful interdects. So I can just go use my last second level spell slot, put all 5, and then attack for, what is that, 10, 14 d6 in a single hit?
Yeah, I just ran around the corner. Kind of left Dovan in front of the door.
You run around the corner, and as you do, Dovin, you watch as 4 of the fire jugglers on spiked unicycles break away from the main parade and chase after Zedric.
Dovin's just shaking his head.
Ball bearings, bitch. And I'm picturing like there's a cliff, right? So I'm just gonna start pouring out ball bearings around the corner and hope that they just glide the fuck off. So yes, not one area, but several areas. So if they keep going, because I don't think you can ride carefully with the spiked unicycle.
How could you not be careful with a spiked unicycle?
That's
again, though, I kind of have the advantage going for me that the Rakdos and the Golgari really don't mess with each other that often.
No.
So,
Same with the Is It.
Yeah.
But I made it on several places. Or is it that just an overall check for all the balls?
when you do it, you're doing it in a 10-foot square.
Yeah, but I'll do it several times over.
Well, they're catching up to you before you have time to start spreading them all over the place.
Okay, so
one of them, unicycle slips on ball bearings, tumbles head over heels, gets basically gored by his own unicycle. The other three start laughing madly at this,
I give a thumbs.
and then just kind of circle you. And one of them leans down and says, come on! You're a guest of honor tonight.
Can I take the unicycle?
If you want to.
Is one of them going do 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 do?
But way too slow. Do 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 do. Yeah. Fuck it. I don't want them to kill me, so I'll do
You're a guest
anything.
of honor. They're not going to kill you yet.
I don't know that shit. They are scary.
I said they're not going to kill you yet.
Exactly.
Saying they're scary right now.
That means you're completely safe until you get to the carnival.
Yeah, I want to fit in for now, so I'll take the unicycle and kind of roll it around the corner towards the one. Like I think they had me. I think about one of them.
And they do just leave the guy laying on the ground, groaning in agony.
One of them probably runs over his leg for added pain. Get some fresh blood on the tires.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Malgar, roll me perception.
Okay.
You managed a 10.
Yep. Keep rolling. Shitty 80% of the time.
As you're sat, kind of watching and listening, you notice two things at once. You hear the sound of music and kind of cheering and hollering in the distance, like a crowd of people coming this way. And you also watch as the woman that you've been watching appears to finish her rituals.
Yeah.
And as she does, you watch as the chains that are kind of decorating the room that she's in around the walls slide off the walls and form up beneath the body, and you watch basically as a bone devil, as a chain devil, rises up and picks up the body to carry it.
Of course it'd be a chitin. Why wouldn't it be a chitin?
All right.
And then she turns and leaves the room, with the chain devil carrying the body behind her.
Okay. Yeah. While they're leaving, I just want to sneak onto the balcony and get inside.
Okay. You easily can do it at this point. They're not paying you any attention right now.
Yeah. And just to get closer to the other, to the place where I could hear the voices from, to see if I can pick up on the conversation there.
Okay.
I didn't notice this stuff going on with Cedric and the cycles, right?
No, it was masked in with the hooting and shouting and hollering from
All right. Yep.
the parade.
Would you be willing to tell me if the woman who had the chain devil thing, if she was also in ill rigor? I just want to know if she was an ill rigor.
Like if she also can one hit kill you.
Yeah.
So both of
No,
you.
no, not that. I just.
Yeah.
Would you be?
You
would
do
be willing
know
to
that You do know that it is likely that the sisters have levels in that, yes.
Okay,
They,
because
you
there's a certain
also
ability at 10th level that is pretty useful.
It certainly is.
Can I tell them, or can I post it?
So you can post it if you'd like to, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Mhm. There's the level 10 ability that O-Riggers get.
Hmm.
And if I was one level higher, I get an ability called the Marquis of Hell. And that is this.
Where devils basically won't attack you and
Yep. And you get to control one for a little bit.
That would have been very useful.
Yeah, that's why I said, hey, can we really hit level 6, man?
All right. So what's happening?
Jury, as this conversation has been going on, you watch as Zarina, the final sister, steps out of the back room, followed by a chain devil carrying Hetsung.
Casey, he would have also probably have noticed that when Zedric pulled me back, I would have also called Suresh back to give Jury a hint that something's going on outside.
Oh, I
Okay.
would assault a little tiny spider, probably.
Yeah.
No,
I think I have medium armor or heavy armor.
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
but
you
that's why I had him by your shoulder.
And I would have probably seen it.
and
perception is
depending on
not-
how
Yeah, he's
well,
actively trying to get your attention to say, hey,
Yeah, I seen it, and I would probably also hear the crowd gathering.
Yeah, and you do at this point. Especially
Ooh,
as
it started already.
Kurtia then turns and opens the door.
And I follow out.
And basically what happens then is that the sisters walk out with the chain devil carrying the dead one.
Mm-hmm.
She is then handed over to the procession. And then the four remaining sisters take a place at the head of the procession.
And I follow behind them.
And then, basically, the U group are then basically ushered in to follow behind them in the procession, basically at the head of this parade.
They're gonna have a fun time trying to, get Dovin to try and keep up.
what did you call the unicycle? It was
A spiked unicycle.
A spiked unicycle.
Unispikel?
So
Unicycle.
Malgar, as you are heading into the house, you get sight of the door just in time to watch Jury, 3 of the same woman that you've just seen, and the Bone Devil carrying the other one, walking out the door.
All right. Yeah. All right. I'm going to
I think
head
this
out
is
the same way I came in. But before I do, I want to just take a look around, see if there are any valuables there.
Okay.
I think this is a reoccurring thing. We all get in trouble, and you come out of sneak like shit again, you guys.
Yep.
Steal as much as you can. Honestly.
Yeah.
Jury's telling you, please steal as much as you can. Fuck their house up. Burn it down. Fuck it.
Yeah.
This time, try to actively cause destruction.
Do touch the Rakdos stuff.
I mean, it's less likely to explode.
Yeah.
It'll cut you,
It might
maim
be
you,
cursed.
give you an infection, or most likely be cursed. But You can
It
touch
won't,
Won't
explode.
explode.
Well, I'm going to
Well-
take a quick investigation check around the house.
Roll
at
me
least.
investigation.
And
it. Hey, there you go.
see if I can find something that would hurt them to be lost.
Okay. Well, one very important thing that you do find quite early on is Velen's cloak with his equipment wrapped in it.
Well, that goes in my backpack.
That's good.
So that
Well
was
done.
a good reason to be in the house. Kim will be very thankful that one of you thought to look for his stuff.
Steal the fucking lamp.
Thing is,
Uh,
we didn't even think about his stuff. We just wanted to steal some expensive shit.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You also find a set of what look to be black obsidian chains studded with blood rubies.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're making notes because I'm not writing this stuff down for you.
All right.
Chain with blood rubies.
Black
Oh, you're writing
obsidian
it down?
chain.
Yep.
Black obsidian chain with blood rubies. You also find a onyx dagger.
Okay.
And you find two mithril meat
Hey guys,
hooks.
give me just a minute.
Mithril meat hooks.
Yes.
All right.
Like, you know the hooks that butchers use to carry, like, big slabs of meat around?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Two of those. But they appear to be made out of mithril.
All right.
And then you also find a bloodwood chest. It's about 2 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot.
Okay.
Can you say what kind of chest?
A bloodwood chest.
It's I assume it's too big.
Bloodwood
to
chest
just-
with what?
It's basically a 2 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot chest.
So it's not that big.
2 by 2 by 1.
2 by 1 by 1.
2 by 1 by 1.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take a look at it and go over it carefully to look for traps or anything.
It does appear to be covered in inscribed runes.
Okay. Does it look like it can be moved from where it is, or is it sort of bolted to the ground? Or
No, it's not bolt. It's sat on a table.
I know that's not how you spell mithril, but I just didn't care to
yeah.
Google it.
You're actually not that far off. Just remove the eye.
Fuck! The second I was in
almost-
there. Fuck! I was trying just with the eye, with the IA. I never thought to take the eye out. I thought mithril, but it's mithril or.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, it's
mithril originally in
Tolkien.
Tolkien.
Mhm.
But, yeah. Okay, so I'm not that much of a sort of wizard, but I assume these runes are some sort of magical stuff thing that will probably hurt me if I touch them. But are there any sort of handles on the side or on the chest or something?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it could be easily handled. Yeah.
He shows up at the blood carnival. Hey guys!
What I want to see if I can
brought concessions.
take. Yeah. Do they have any curtains or stuff there that are not made of chains?
There seems to be a theme in the house, to be honest.
All right.
Furniture is made from welded chains.
What about,
sheets
I
are
mean-
chain-
Carpet.
They are known as the 5 chains.
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming the 5 chains it means the 4 sisters and the chitin.
Well, no, there were 5 sisters.
Yeah, but you only said 3 left. And
No, he
Velen-
saw 3 leaving. One had already
Okay.
headed out the door.
Okay, that was where my math got confused.
Yeah. Yeah. There are
Well,
now
now-
4 living.
Now that the 4 chains,
Yeah, there was 3 in the room. 1 was doing the ritual for.
Take out 2 more, and we have 2 canes.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Skipping ropes.
So I'm basically just looking for a cloak or something similar that I could just use to cover up the chest, to wrap around it. If they have any more of those burial shrouds,
you can find some bloodstained sheets.
that works.
It would match the decor of Ruxmati.
Yeah,
pretty well.
Yeah. So I'm going to take that and wrap it around the chest carefully. I want to try to, as carefully as I can, not to directly touch or come into contact with the runes of. So I want to wrap that bloodstained cloth around it, and then a rope around that again, and just drag it with me.
Drag it.
Okay.
And after I do that, I want to find. Well, I assume I can probably see the procession still from when I get.
Oh
out
yeah,
of
I mean there's the procession's probably still only about a third of the way past whenever you get to the door.
Right. So
It looks like what it looks like is going on is like the main. You get the impression that the main procession was at the front, and as they're going through the streets, everyone else is basically just piling in and joining the back of the procession.
Yeah. And that, let's see, the Antosdal, he's still with.
Yeah, he's on Jury's shoulder.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I was thinking if they left him in there or something, I could just grab.
No, Jury still has.
Yeah. Damn it. All right. So, how long would it take me to get out of the Rakdos district, hide this chest and stuff somewhere, and just get back?
Probably a while.
Over an hour.
Yeah, because this is still the Undercity. This is still the maze.
All right. Okay.
I mean, you bear in mind that from Jury's to here was nearly half an hour.
All right.
And it had taken you more than half an hour to get from the bridge to Jury's.
Okay.
Yes. Despite Jury's status within the guild, he lived like more towards the outskirts of Rixmati, and probably mostly because of his brother. Because I'm not sure how they do it, but I believe it would be like, since his brother is so lower rank, he can't live in the closer to the city like Jury could.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a status symbol to be closer.
Or he could, but he'd constantly get shit for it.
Mm-hmm. So Jury doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Jury doesn't give a fuck. She's like, I'll be outside.
Yeah. I want to on our way here. Was there any places that we passed by that's not too far from where we are now that might have looked like a sort of like derelict building or some?
Half of this place looks like derelict buildings.
Okay, so I wouldn't necessarily have big trouble finding a place to hide this stuff temporarily.
No,
just because
not.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I'm having my what would I do if I was the DM moment, and I'm sitting there going, that shit would not be there when you get back.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm.
You can always go back to Jury's place.
You can certainly find somewhere to stash it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to make the trek back to Jury's place and then rush back over.
Yeah, I think that would actually be better. So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And I'll hopefully catch up with the rest of you before anyone gets murdered.
And hopefully Inferno is back home. Because I'm pretty sure Dresden wouldn't stay there.
Yep.
Yeah, because if you see the Vidalcan outside, you know Dresden's still there.
Hmm.
But
Roll me the right skill.
Oh, to remember his way back to Jerry's place.
Well, I was thinking to navigate the terrain. I think it's going to be survival.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was survival.
I have this. So
Naturally.
I can't become lost except by magical means. But
Yeah, I'm thinking more along the way of being able to make good time so that you
Alright.
don't arrive very late.
okay. Yep. Survival then, probably.
Yep.
I don't get advantage because we already walked in that direction.
No, you're fighting against the crowd at this point. So
Right.
yeah.
Oh well. I
And you're
take as
also
long as
lugging
humanly
a-
possible then.
You're also lugging
I-
a pretty large-sized chest.
Yeah, I will say to you that you do quickly realize that it will take you a great deal of time to do this, and I will give you the option to give up on the idea if you want to make your way to the carnival instead. Basically, if you head to his house and back, you realize that you are likely to arrive quite late.
Yep.
So you have the option of either going to the carnival with the stuff with you, or going to drop the stuff off safely, but likely miss whatever's going on.
Right. I want to take Velen's stuff and put that in my backpack,
Okay.
and the rest of the stuff that we found there. I'm going to find a place to stash it, and somewhere that's out of place and not so
Try
it
to
doesn't look
disguise
out of
it.
place. Yeah, just disguise it so it looks like some generic rubble or stuff in the. Yeah.
Okay.
The alleyway.
Yep.
Roll
So
me
it
a
doesn't
stealth
stick
check
out.
for how well you hide it.
Right.
Nice.
Not
There we go.
even you can find it again.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. If I have to roll against my own with perception, there, it'd have to be 20 to find it.
Okay, guys, I think I put it over here.
And you then catch up to the parade? Are you going to try to get to the front of the parade where they are? Or are you
No,
just
I
going to
just-
follow along with the parade?
I just want to try to blend in the crowd, and I want to get close to where the rest of the group are, but I want to hang back a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And he can move stealthily at a normal pace, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, blending into the crowd for you is actually no problem.
Yep.
You're strange enough that you don't really stand out too much here. A little bit maybe, but not enough to get really noticed in the heat of the moment. And you can go unnoticed while keeping up. So yeah.
you probably walk next to a juggler or something, slice an artery, take some blood and wipe it over yourself.
Yep.
Blood in that way.
So you guys make your way towards this right here.
Oh yeah.
The
I mean, yay!
the big top, the skulled tent, the heart of Rixmati. And with what seems like the entirety of the population of Rixmati following you.
Tovin's just like.
Why?
Like, why? Why did I agree to this?
Why did I agree to have a Rakdos in the group? Why? Why?
How could it go
I
wrong?
mean, that wasn't my call.
Yep.
Well, if I realized that the person who was playing the Orzhov priest wasn't going to actually be in the group, I would have played an Orzhov.
Yeah. I haven't actually heard from Taylor in a couple of weeks. I hope he's all right.
Yeah.
You haven't heard from him, have you, Madman?
Nope.
He was going through some stuff, but he kept saying he was going to be able to rejoin. But
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So you are led into the tent. Now, all of you, except for Malgar, are led into the performance circle of the tent. Malgar, because you're hanging back with the crowd, you actually get a really good seat in the second row.
I should be there, but I'm not.
I don't think you wanna be there.
You know,
Yeah,
you know,
I don't want to be right in the middle of it.
I've noticed something. Every time shit goes down, Malgar has stealthed away from the problem. Every damn time.
That's the power
And
of
the lesson here now,
anticipation.
kids, is you can always run away from your problems
Yep.
if you're sneaky enough.
Malgar, you end up sat right between a guy wearing a skull for a mask and a person who looks like they sewed their own mouth shut and embedded needles in their skull.
Okay.
He didn't like the sound of his own voice, apparently.
Yeah.
I just. These stupid people. What are they doing?
And the guy that's wearing the skull for a mask, as you sit down, kind of grins at you and offers you something from a little cardboard box that he's holding,
I'm not
where
gonna
it looks like he
take
has
anything
a
from
box
anyone.
of chunks of raw meat.
You want
You
some
know, the
raw
perfect-
meat there, buddy?
The perfect circus snack.
Sashimi?
Chunks of bloody meat.
Mm.
Gonna pass it along.
Oh, thank you.
So as the rest of you are led down into the performance circle,
Mhm.
along with the sisters, and along with the body of the fifth sister, you kind of end up kind of being ushered along one side. They end up on the other side. And then at the back of the tent, you watch as a curtain opens, as everyone's still filtering in. And you watch as a group of men wearing these huge horned masks enter, carrying a woman. And that's who you see entering.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. She looks very nice and very reasonable.
Jury would fuck her.
Judge Judith? No.
Oh. Like Dobin's even like, oh.
Is one of her servants called Bert?
Maybe. You don't know. She walks up and basically is held, or she doesn't walk up, she's carried up.
Mm-hmm.
And she stops her litter of people carrying her right in between the two groups. And she announces in a loud voice, loud enough for the entire tent to hear, the circus begins. And the entire place erupts in screams.
Judy, what can we expect? I've never seen one of these things.
Tovin just turns pain, death, more pain.
I don't like that.
Jury points to the ground, and it's like sand or dirt ground, right?
Yeah, it's sand. Yeah.
Yeah. You look down, you're like, oh, I've never seen solid red sand before.
What?
Yeah.
Lots of blood.
Oh, right. I saw it. It was okay. Yep. All right.
Dovin's like, I've cleaned up after a few of these.
If
It takes like weeks to find all of the parts.
Oh.
you're
Sometimes
lucky.
you don't, and sometimes we don't even find all the parts.
Oh, that's disturbing. And then I hear fresh meat in the stands.
Especially
Like,
if I'm
Yeah.
oh,
performing.
hang on.
Especially when I'm performing.
Okay.
I don't find much.
We'll
Somehow
follow
we
your lead
lost
then.
a guy. One time we lost a guy's chest, his entire chest. I don't know how it happened, but the chest was gone.
Right. I guess that's
Might
one
have
of the
been
most
mine.
more vital.
I think one of the spectators took it as a souvenir.
Casey, how much
Mhm.
time has passed since we left the house?
About 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. Still have a glowing ball in my
I was gonna
pocket.
ask, how long does that hold a charge?
1 hour.
Nice.
Yeah.
Concentration.
No, it's not.
I thought it was.
No, it's
It's
it's a thing independently. I could give it to Dovan.
Oh, that's right.
You
Yeah, the
basically
light.
just
Yeah,
throw
yeah.
it. That's the only part that's like left.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I thought we were going in, and I was just gonna go, "Fuck you, bitches!"
Yep.
And
Would have worked.
now
You would have killed Velen, but
I mean,
and he's the one with the resurrection or the revivify or raised
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I have
Revivify.
spare the dying, so
Doesn't work when they're already dead.
No.
Alright.
As the
so the rule with spare the dying is that if I get to them quick enough, it's I touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable. So if they haven't failed all their death saves yet, I
Correct.
can save him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was probably already unconscious or like 1 hit point. He throws
so
the
if
ball
your orb
in.
hits him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He immediately
It
goes
auto
down.
fails. Yeah.
And then if the ball goes back and forth, he would have auto crit and dealt 2 each time, dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things like that suck if you're already unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys are overthinking this.
But is there
So-
another special guest?
Well, I was going to say, as the crowd begins to die down, Judith then announces again, "All hail tonight's Master of Ceremonies." And she gestures up, and at the top of the tent, in like a large kind of emperor's box, a curtain rolls back, and you see this guy peering through a window.
God
Oh,
damn it!
shit.
The moment the curtain opens and Jury sees him, Jury immediately goes down to 1 knee.
Fuck. That's not good. Is this... I thought he only came out for special occasions. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, if a carnival happens at the Skull Circus or Skull Carnival, it's
That's
for
a-
Rakdos. Yeah.
That's a big viewing box in that case.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, he's not actually sat in the box.
It was more like
Basically,
little
It's like a
curtain.
window for him to see in. Yeah.
I'm just picturing like one of those like small like things you had as a child where you could watch in and like kind of see like images.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is him.
It's like 5 stories up, and he's kind of looking down through it.
Just go up
Yeah.
and poke his eyeball.
Yeah.
Dovin's literally like, oh,
He's like,
God damn it.
Well, this is about to be interesting, I think.
Dovin's like, we should have just let them keep Helen.
Was an option.
And
But
before
then
the
Jerry
carnival
would die.
begins in earnest, I need to take a quick jump to the toilet.
Yeah. I'm just
I'll be
picturing.
right
I'm just picturing this is Raknos. Just looking through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If,
going
if
on
anyone
in
needs,
here?
if anyone else needs to take 5 before we progress, now's a good time.
I'll wait until you're back and are ready to start, and then I'll go.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I don't want that.
Should have just let them keep Velen.
Yeah.
But guys, maybe we can get Raktos'
And
favor.
his timing on that is perfect because he just messages, shoot me now.
Yeah.
I also need to use the restroom, so I shall return.
I guess I'll also be back soon.
Sure, it's more like this here.
That's probably more accurate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well.
So I'm thinking back, and if I remember correctly, the second Ravnica block is like a long span of time between the end of the first one and this one. So the only one in the party who would be old enough to remember the last time Rakdos woke up and like everything over is Dovin.
All right.
Because
So he actually knows what the implications.
yeah.
Yep.
Let me check something. Nope. It's weird how it's so weird how they represent him now though, because like he was basically lobotomized at the end of the first Ravnica block.
Yeah. I don't really know that much about the magic setting at all.
I really don't either.
I do, because Ravnica was like one of the first blocks I really played heavily in. Like I had dabbled before then. So I know a good chunk of the lore. It's an issue of dates. I don't remember discovered as or the first created contingency plan. That was 10,075. So yeah, it's 75. It's a 75-year difference between the Dragon's Maze and the Deca Millennial. So the only one who's old enough to remember when Rakdos first woke up and the whole fiasco with the Deca Millennial is Dovin.
Why is that? Really? Is he? I actually don't know what race
he's-
he is when I think about it. Is he
he's
an elf
like
or-
no, he's
He's a demon.
no
he
dude,
is-
Dovan.
Oh, Dovin's an elf.
And
Dovin is like what? He's like 100 and something.
but how often does Raktos actually appear for a performance?
They changed the canon. It used to be that he would sleep, and then like as of the second Return to Ravnica block, he just sits around bored, but he'll always be there for the main carnivals. Like if
Oh.
there's a carnival in the main tent, he's there.
Okay.
But it used to be that what would happen is he would just get so bored, he would fall asleep, and then he wouldn't wake up for like a few centuries. He's actually the person who founded the cult of Rakdos.
Yeah. That
Like-
part I knew, of course, but I just assumed that maybe he actually like I thought from the beginning that the point of the Cult of Rakdos was to wake the dude up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they changed that in RTR to where the point of the Cult of Rakdos was to keep him entertained.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the first Ravnica block, they successfully woke him up, and then he went on a rampage because it wasn't a perfect ritual, so he was like kind of brain dead. It was just pure instinct at that point. And he wound up stopping something called Experiment Crash, which is actually from your guild, Per.
Mm-hmm.
The leader of the Simic created this thing called Experiment Crash, and what Project Crash, and what it did was he during the original Ravnica block there was something called cytoplasm, and it was basically used to medically treat people. What Project Crash did was it pulled all of that stuff from everyone who had it into itself, and it killed a lot of people.
Okay.
So, like...
And created a really nice monster out of it.
Yes. So, one of the big battles, like the final battle of the Decamillennial, was Project Crash versus Rakdos. It was a draw.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, Rakdos fought basically a doomsday plague to a standstill.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a thing that happened.
Yeah.
So
he's a
if the
badass.
Simic, so we have basically beaten Rakdos before that. We can do it again. It only takes
no.
3 natural
Simic-
20s, isn't it?
The Simic have
you had a
changed.
draw.
The Simic have substantially changed since then.
Yeah.
Where they were just minor augmentation through that, they went full mutations.
Yeah.
Past that point. So things like Project Crash, they don't exist anymore.
That you know of.
No, canonically they don't exist anymore.
I'm changing the canon, okay?
I mean, we've changed the canon a couple of times during this.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've
Yeah.
completely kind of rewritten the canon to suit my own purposes here.
But like, we were, I don't know if you heard, Casey, we were talking about it, and I'm like, Dovin would have been alive during the Decamillennial incident.
Yep.
So like,
Yeah.
he's been through the Dragon's Maze incident. He's been through the Decamillennial incident. I kind of want him to survive to get through the War of the Spark.
You're hopeful.
All right. So Rakdos makes an entrance.
Yes, Rakdos makes an entrance. At which point, you guys stand there for a good while. Because the main event doesn't happen first.
The main event's usually the closer in things like this.
Yes.
Mm.
So you get to watch a blood carnival with all of the
Perks.
glory that it entails.
During the whole thing, Dovin's like, gonna have to clean that up. Gonna have to clean that up.
What's
That
happening?
wind flew over there.
Ah!
You see a group come out with people stretched out on racks, and they actually play a symphony using the people's screams as their instruments. So, plucking out intestines and things in time to get the right pitch of screams from the person to create a symphony.
Rot farms are gonna grow well this year.
Oh yeah, and
Like, he's totally desensitized to all of this.
while walking towards the carnival, you saw Jury like very angrily and like a cold, calm anger walking by. But once he sees Rakdos and the Scream Symphony, you see Jury kind of like dance a little bit, like nod his head, kind of do like the conductor, like
It's not headbanging. Just...
yeah, beautiful.
He's getting into it now. Yeah.
Mhm. Now, Casey, would Jury have performed here before?
Yes, actually, yeah.
Yeah, because I do have in my thing.
The show where you received Rakdos blessings was the one time that you've performed here before.
Yep.
So
Is
pretty good.
high? Is that a really good panic face?
I think it's a very good panic face. Like, it's not really screaming. It's just a look of fascination and horror.
Yeah. You get the acrobats that juggle heads, fresh heads. That actually follows the Scream Symphony, because after they're done with the symphony, they cut the heads off and pass them to the jugglers as part of the kind of segue of the routines. Fire juggling, immolation. Yeah, I mean, use your imagination, and it's much worse than that.
Yep.
And this goes on for about an hour and a half. I will say that any of you can take a short rest during this time as you're watching the show.
To get what? I need a long rest.
Well, you only get a short rest during this. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then finally, as the performances draw to an end, Judith is lowered to the floor from her perch and walks towards you. And she again is speaking very much kind of in like a ringmaster's voice, so that everyone can hear.
Let's get ready to rumble.
And she basically explains that a blood witch has died. They actually do an entire kind of almost a dedication ceremony for Hetza. Basically presenting her body back to Rakdos. From there, the leader of the sisters, so Tortura, is invited to speak. And basically she lays out an accusation that basically pins Velen as the one who killed a blood witch, paints him as a Boros invader in Rixmati, and then closes out by basically stating that this night will prove the collision of jury judge with the Boros and with others, other weak guilds, not worthy of the Rakdos.
Ooh. Ooh.
At which point, Judith just nods and turns to look at Jury.
Dovin is just like, all right, like thinking in his head, all right, I'll remember that the next time you come to the Golgari to clean up one of your shit shows.
Jury takes off his helmet, takes the cord off his shoulder, just drops him on the ground.
I assume you dropped him during the hour and a half of the show.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. But Jury places his hand over his, like solidarity, and Rakdos, my liege. While I do not know the circumstances that she is talking about, I know this. I offer you, Rakdos, a choice. the Boros witch hunter, who honestly I would love seeing tortured and killed. Or this. And I pick up the is it signed person. An is it foreman with knowledge leading to. Aw. And DC, do you want me to just keep talking or wait for him to get back?
Give him just a minute, and
Okay.
then if he's not back by then, we'll press on.
I got real worried there when you said, I pick up the is it. I was, no! Traitor!
Um,
See, the thing is that I was planning to do a very interesting interrogation for him, where I blinded him and speak in like a rush voice, like, "Please, I need the information to get to Niv-Mizzet. We do not have a lot of time. You have been captured by the enemy. Please."
Can't we just pitch to him that we'll if these blood sisters are so
To
great, we can fight
try
them
to trick him into giving me the information needed, and I have a plus 11 deception. So I mean, come on.
Yeah.
try
Right now, though, shouldn't we try to just like, because they are gonna want to see like fighting and gore and death? Shouldn't we say, hey,
Not necessarily fighting, but gore and death is always
yeah, like
pleasurable.
if these blood witches are so great, step up, bitches, something like that.
Yeah, jury without a doubt can take one down very, very quickly.
Yeah, I mean there are 3 of us, no, 4 of us, not counting Velen, and there are 4 of them. So we just need to take one down each, and then it's fine. Oh shit, Mulgar isn't there. There are 3 of us and 4 of them.
Well, Mogar's we don't know where he's at, and at this point, we're just like he's somewhere.
that would be a cool thing though. Just do joining from the audience, like,
Yeah.
he's with us. Oh, he's coming with like a like on a rope, just swinging like Tarzan, like.
That's not how I would do it.
Okay, a spider web.
Probably just sprout some beetle
Stay in the-
wings and fly.
You know, they can just stay in the crowd and just fire arrows at the witches.
Huh.
And they'll retaliate to just random people in the crowd.
Hey. Chris.
Come on, Chris.
Chris. Oh, he did say though he had.
Yeah, I'm just hoping
Right,
that he was going to say that he's on his way back. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Just go ahead and continue on,
Alright.
and hopefully he'll get back pretty soon.
I pick up the is it. So, short recap to make sure I'm in the same headspace. Would you rather have a Boros witch hunter, which I frankly wouldn't care died, or this? This is it scientist has information leading to the cult of Niv-Mizzet, which threatens your excellency. I'm gonna make that deception
Roll
roll
me
was
your. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Is your persuasion and your deception the same?
yeah, they're both plus 11.
Right. Okay. So that roll can stand. That's fine. Give me just a second. I'm looking for something, and I know exactly what I'm looking for, but cannot find it, which is really frustrating.
Please tell me you have a character sheet for Rakdos.
I do.
Yes.
If you want to fight him,
No, can you show me after the game?
yeah, I think there's actually one provided in Guildmaster's Guide.
Oh, damn. All right, let me look that up while you find that.
He's a challenge 24.
Sounds about right.
If anything, I'd probably make him a little bit.
47. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's pretty badass.
And Judith the Scourge Diva. Fucking goddamn. Huge fiend demon. 300 points. Plus 15 strength. Saving throw. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, he's fun.
Curtain calls. Just imagine doing 3d10 plus 3d8 plus 8 damage.
I'd
Wait,
rather not.
times 2. Let me just do that real quick.
I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, that's in 2 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
DC 25 wisdom save.
All right, yeah. So Christopher's probably not going to be back for a bit. Then, if you just go ahead and press on with your speech.
Yeah, that was it. Just and
that was the full. Okay, that was the full.
I offer you the choice: the Boros Witch Hunter or the Izzet Cultist, which has information which threatens your excellency. Yeah, and I essentially don't even regard the Blood Witches. I do give a nod to the Scourge Diva.
Usually a good idea.
Yeah, like that's essentially like the highest ranking god
Non-Rakdos
Rakdos
thing. Yeah. Yeah. She runs things when he's asleep.
Yep. For all intents and purposes, she is Rakdos when Rakdos isn't there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. You watch as Judith kind of turns after your very kind of short speech and looks up at Rakdos as if kind of waiting to see if he answers. And the entire tent reverberates as Rakdos chuckles. And you do know that Rakdos very seldom speaks, but that he is said to speak telepathically to Judith on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
And as he chuckles, Judith kind of bows her head and whispers, "As you wish, Lord Rakdos." And she turns and she gestures back, and you watch as the chains that were wrapped around Velen begin to unwind and wrap themselves around the foreman instead. And then you actually hear Rakdos speak
To everyone or just jury?
to everyone,
Mm.
which 99.9% of people here have never heard.
Yeah, jury probably has not heard his voice.
No. Judith might be the person in this room who has actually heard that. Might be. And you hear
That probably
the
brings
voice.
jury to tears. And probably the majority of the audience there are now crying.
Oh, yeah.
From satisfaction. Like, oh,
Or
Lord.
just stunned silence, yeah.
Jury probably
Yeah.
also just in his pants a little bit. A little bit.
What are the non-Rakdos here feeling in this moment?
Sobbing quietly behind
Fear.
Jury.
I'm going to die.
Does hearing his voice sort of invoke anything special in us aside from just hearing
Fear.
it, or? Yep.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it
Fear.
is. Yeah, it is just fear-inducing.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm probably going to just try and close my ears a little bit. Well, not.
Doesn't help.
I'm just going to hold my head down.
Yeah. But you hear the demon's voice, and he speaks and says, "It has been long since I have feasted on the blood of the dragon. Bring me my snack."
Did this guy have some special fucking bloodline? Something? Shit. Fuck. Shit. Fuck.
And you watch as a group of performers from off at the sides comes up and grabs the foreman and proceeds to basically throw him up onto the trapeze, and basically the high wire performers basically juggle him up to the balcony. And you watch as as Rakdos. I'm getting my epic
Gods.
figures confused
Yeah.
here now. Yeah. As you watch as Rakdos, as the foreman is put in front of him, as Rakdos' claw just comes forward and just drops the foreman into his mouth.
Beautiful.
And as this happens, the entire building erupts in screams. Just cheers and howls. And Judith turns, and you actually do see just a single tear on her cheek as she smiles. And she points to Jury, and she says, You will be performing here. The rest of you, and she kind of looks over the rest of the group, and she says, the rest of you, I will never see again.
Oh, thank God. Catch me.
And then, very quietly, she says, you may run now.
Start hobbling away, kind of with the Dovan in one, like there and Velen on another, and we go kind of hooked hands while Cedric kind is dragging them along because Velen is hurt as fuck and Dovan is crippled. Just dragging them back. All right. I changed the mind. Running. Good luck, Jury. We believe in you. I mean, don't die.
We'll hold here for a minute since Chris has just said he's coming back online now.
Yeah, Jury is just in pure elation.
Oh, Jury, do you wanna do you wanna borrow my ball? It's a great ball.
Jury doesn't look or respond in any way.
You might want to have my ball. Hold my ball, Jury.
And he's bowing and talking to Madam Judith and whatever it is you request.
I'll keep my ball then. Keep on running.
Wow. I'm so sad that Chris missed that. That was awesome.
I know. The good thing is though, he'll be able to watch it back.
Yeah, that's true.
That is one of the things that I like about the fact that I do put these up on YouTube is that you are able to watch them back. And actually, I find that I can watch them back and get notes that I might have missed taking during the session.
Nice.
So I will actually sometimes on like a Sunday, if I get a chance, watch last week's session while I'm planning the next session to pull little details that I might have missed. Because I don't always take the best notes while I'm running.
Yeah, as most people do. Like, you may write like a 2 or 3 word bullet point, try to get the gist of it, and that might try to like refresh your brain. Like, oh yeah, I think that's what happened, and you just add more to it. That's what I do when I ran games. Let's just do bullet points, quick bullet points.
Yeah. What I've taken to doing now though is because Skype has the call timer up at the top corner. What I'll do is I'll write down the time.
Oh, nice.
I'll write down a timestamp, and then I can go back and I can go to that timestamp and go, okay, what note was I trying to take here? And then I can actually rewatch the scene and then get better notes.
That's wicked smart.
Yeah.
It's wicked smart, mate.
Smart.
It also means that I am often able to pull off some callbacks to earlier stuff that has worked really well in some last games. Wouldn't you say, Madman?
Yeah. I mean, I guess the drawback is you don't forget our bullshit.
I consider that a very good positive. Remember that stupid thing you did 8 sessions ago?
Fuck you, man.
Come back to haunt you now. Yeah, it's been good. Come on, Chris. I don't want to do the chase event until he's back.
Assisting a crippled
while carrying an
and a unconscious villain, yeah.
Yeah.
Without your strength character.
Yeah, and Malgar's not there either.
Yeah.
It's Cedric. Cedric trying to help the hobbling guy while carrying the unconscious guy.
I have a healing potion.
That will help you.
Oh yeah, I gave you a healing potion, I believe, and you just never took it.
Yeah. That's true. No shit, I don't. No,
you use it.
No, you healed me instead.
Oh, I get 2d4 plus.
You still have it. Yeah, I just have healing potions, and I have a 0 next to it, and I didn't read the 0 part.
I would it have been possible for me to, because I have 1 spell slot left, can I try to essentially cast Cure Wounds on Velen?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. Alright, so Cure Wounds. 23rd level, jeez. 14 hit points.
Okay. I will say for the sake of that will bring him back to consciousness. But as he will still be quite stumbling, confused,
That's fine. It's not.
it just means that Zedric does not have to carry him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't carrying him. I was dragging him. Right. Big difference. One is respectful. This was more like, hey, if you get too heavy, I'm gonna drop you.
And I'll go ahead and I'll ask this before Chris gets back. Malgar.
Yeah.
When you see Zedric, Velen, and Dovin turn to run from the tent,
Yeah.
what do you do from your your spot in the stands?
I'm not entirely sure exactly what is going to happen. But
Isn't it exciting?
Yeah.
They might die.
Well, I want to. I assume the rest of the crowd is sort of waiting in anticipation. So I want to be ready to try and stay hidden in the crowd while seeing if I can assist them by shooting people with arrows, basically, from where I am, while staying hidden in the crowd somehow.
Okay.
There were the other people in the ring that are Rakdos followers.
The four sisters are currently objecting very loudly to Judith.
Okay. And because I'm not entirely sure what this chase thing means. So is that something my character might have known from before? What's
you probably actually wouldn't even have heard that part.
Yeah.
With the howl of the crowd around you, you probably wouldn't have heard any of that exchange.
Okay.
So your clue will be, you see Judith point to Jury and say something that you can't make out, and then turn and look at the rest of the group, and the rest of the group turning and running.
Okay. I can roll an insight at least, probably then.
Yeah, you can certainly roll insight. Yeah.
Let's see. Insight. There we go.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. You can interpret from what you've seen there, basically that some kind of exchange has occurred, which means that it looks like Jury is staying, and the rest of the group has been given a narrow window of time to depart.
All right.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Chris, welcome back.
Sorry, I had a blue screen of death. I'm gonna be troubleshooting while we play.
No problem. I will just briefly catch you up.
You missed. You missed the greatest thing.
What was the last thing that you heard?
We had just gone over that we had to wait to the main event, and you started saying something, and then I had the blue screen.
Okay.
Pretty much. Okay.
So basically, what you missed was that after a tribute ceremony for the dead sister, Tortua was given a chance to speak. And
did you miss the appearance of Rakdos?
No, I saw the Rakdos in the window. I was there for that.
Okay.
He's dead now.
Tortua spoke and basically accused Velen of killing her sister and being a Boros infiltrator, and accused Jury of being a traitor to the Rakdos, siding with these other weak guilds against them.
And then I passed a comment where in Dovin's mind.
Yeah, so you saw all that, yeah.
I'll remember that next time you need us to clean up your bodies.
Yeah. And then basically after she finished speaking and accusing Jury, Judith turned to give Jury a chance to speak. At which point he very simply turned and actually spoke to Rakdos and basically reaffirmed his allegiance to Rakdos and asked Rakdos to choose who he wanted, a Boros soldier or a member of the cult of Niv Mizzet.
Who threatens your excellency?
Yeah, who threatens him, yeah. At which point, Rakdos chuckled and then spoke. Which I did highlight the fact that this is probably the first time that 99.9% of the people in this place have ever heard the demon speak. And it did leave the place in stunned silence, as Rakdos basically commented that it had been a great deal of time since he had tasted the flesh of the dragon, and commanded them to bring him his snack. At which point, the performers did an entire kind of juggling acrobatic routine to drag the foreman up to Rakdos' balcony, in which then Rakdos ate the foreman. After which Judith then turned and spoke to Jury, explaining that he would be staying here to perform, and then turned to the rest of the group and said, "And the rest of you I will never see again. Run now."
Don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah, so Cedric basically took you by the arm and Evelyn by the arm and started dragging you guys because you're crippled and he's half dead. So like,
And
right,
then
running.
as you were leaving,
Yeah.
Jury just turned, cast Cure Wounds on Velen at 2nd level to wake him up because it was the last spell slot he had left.
Yeah.
And got him up to where he could walk on his own but still needed assistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically I explained that Velen is still very disoriented, has no idea what's going on, but he's not having to be carried at this point.
Yeah. No talking, just
He's
running.
being led. Yeah.
Run.
And
At which point,
Malkar's in the stands.
Malgar still sat in the stands. At which point, I'm going to have us do. Does anyone here watch Matt Coble?
Yes.
I assume most do.
What?
Matt Coble?
He has a Twitch stream, I think, on Wednesdays, right?
I'm not sure.
He's doing the
Wednesday
Chain of
nights?
Acheron Twitch stream at the moment, but he also does a lot of like running the game videos and things like that.
I do watch his YouTube videos. I do not watch his stream. I can't.
Yeah.
His the game style he plays at, it's not watchable for me.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But I love his running the game series on YouTube.
Mhm.
I absolutely love it.
I really like the way that he runs skill challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So we're doing that. Okay.
We're going to do a skill challenge.
Cool.
So basically, what we're looking to do here is you are looking to escape the Blood Carnival and make your way out of Rakdos territory. There are a certain number of successes that you need to accumulate in order to do that. And the number of successes versus the number of failures you get will determine what happens at the end of it.
Right.
So, what I need you guys to do is tell me what skills or what actions you want to use in order to escape.
Ball bearings.
So
That's not the answer to
how-
everything.
I'm thinking
how-
we're exiting the arena, and in case they're like attendees, like, oh no, we're not gonna let them run off. Last time she's ever gonna see, not me. I'm gonna go kill them. Gonna just pull some ball bearings at the exit in case someone is running after us.
Okay. So, roll me. For the purpose of this, roll me an attack roll. Basically,
Efficient.
for
Which that?
your roll it off of your dex. This is just for how well you scatter the ball bearings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you throw a bunch of ball bearings around as you're exiting the tent. Who else wants to contribute to the challenge? Malgar, you said that you were going to try to shoot a few people from the crowd as they followed them.
Yeah, but I want to stay hidden while doing it. Well, as best I can, at least.
So roll me a stealth roll and then an attack roll.
Right. Attack.
Okay. And Dovin, what do you do to aid in your escape?
I have many options here. Most of them involve leaving everyone behind.
You want to aid in your escape by leaving everyone else to die.
I mean, it's aiding in my escape.
So you're just gonna like you're just gonna stab me in the leg, like bye.
No, no.
Do any of you have your charms left?
I do, but mine doesn't really help with much at this point.
Stinking cloud could be helpful.
Not as helpful as you think in an area full of people who, specialize in, blood, gore, violence.
No, probably.
They start throwing up on each other. They're like, hey, it's Tuesday. Also, it doesn't stop them from running forward. It's more so to keep them from attacking.
Yeah. Just reduces their action economy, basically. And
Yeah.
that is always helpful. But yeah.
I think what I'm going to do is what is my best option here? So Velen definitely needs assistance moving.
Well, he's basically being led. He's disoriented. He doesn't know what's going on. He can follow, but he's not compass mentis at this time.
Let me just check something. Nope, too big. Never mind. Sorry, guys. Moss Dog and book it. Like it's the only thing I have that could actually do anything of actual value at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, on the one hand, it would also allow me to get ahead and allow me to help get people, like, lead them out.
Okay, so basically scouting as the dog in order to
Yes.
help guide them away.
Does Jury see them after they left the tent? Do I see people leaving the tent to chase after them?
Oh yes, yeah.
I'll say, excuse me, Madam Diva. I owe one last favor, and I will use my charm to cast Shatter at the group that's leaving.
Okay.
As my one last final hurrah.
Okay. So, Chris, roll me a perception roll.
Yep.
And then Zeke is casting Shatter.
60 feet, 10-foot radius, 3d8 thunder. And DC is 16.
Really?
What?
Dude, we're not doing very well.
I believe
I
the
love
charm is only at first level.
I love the 3D die, but at the same time, I hate the 3D die because it literally does the same thing to you that actual die do, where you're like 22.
Yeah.
Yep,
The charm is first level.
it is. Yeah.
Actually, let me double check something real quick.
13. It's honestly kind of garbage.
Would you consider that perception check to involve hearing or smell?
Oh, it's a second level spell. Never
Yes,
Then I have advantage on it because I were
Oh.
using the stats of the wolf for the moss
that's
spell.
right.
mind. Better than 8.
13
yeah.
is better than 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And let me then ask, are you going directly out, or are you making a detour to try to find hidden items?
We don't know about them. Only
Only Malgar.
Oh yeah,
Only
only
Malgar
Malgar knows
knows.
about those. So
Yeah.
you're heading
so
straight out.
my goal
Yeah.
is to get everyone the hell out.
yeah.
That's
And
right.
they
So hopefully
honestly don't
someone
know
does it.
that Malgar is even a part of our group, really.
he's,
Oh.
he's gone.
They're just seeing like random people drop to arrows. They're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what was that?
Someone's decided to have some fun by shooting arrows at people.
Yep.
I mean,
Oh
he's
my god!
probably not the only one that's.
Sounds like the Rakdos thing to do. So
It's not Tuesday, it's Monday.
It's Arrow
really,
Monday.
I'm not gonna use the poison arrow actually. So you can look, just ignore the poison part of the damage.
Okay.
Although if I'm doing it from a hidden position, it would have been a sneak attack though. So,
Yeah, it would.
so, um, okay, I'm just So been 16 damage then. But I'm not sure if you want to count like damage or do just like the skill checks and just
Yeah. Basically, there was a threshold that you had to get to pass the check.
Right.
So let me just have.
I'm trying to think of what we have to give to Narcissus. Because and all we really have is the Cult of Niv Mizzet part.
Yep. And we have a 75% innocent foreman who just got sacrificed to Rakdos.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't even know if he was actually involved. He could be 100% innocent.
Yeah,
Exactly, yeah.
He could have been completely innocent, and
Yeah.
he's just got kidnapped and sacrificed to Rakdos.
He could also only be 10% innocent. Let's be clear.
True. You have no idea of knowing.
It could have been a lot worse, though. He could have actually gotten tortured. We didn't get around to that part.
Considering the fact he was eaten by a demon, I am sure his soul is going to be internally tortured.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was kind of rude to a waiter or something at some point in his life and deserved it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One of his personalities was
Oh yeah.
evil.
Like he didn't say bless you when someone sneezed. Like, oh, that's just damnation material right there. All right, so we're running.
Yes. You actually managed to make it to the bridge without the crowd catching up to you.
Phew.
You only had one fail out of those rolls. So, congratulations. You escape Rixmari alive. Meanwhile, Malgar, are you heading directly out, or are you heading back looking for stuff?
Well, I I assume I draw some attention, though they might not have seen exactly where the arrows came from.
Oh, yeah, there are a couple people that attack you, but they don't necessarily attack you because they think you're part of the group. They just attack you because they like attacking people.
All right. Well, I'm going to.
It's Mayhem Monday, so
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. No, I'm going to. Let's see. Did we? Because they ran out, and I assume I had to sort of take another path out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to run right after them. I want to, go find the stash. Or other.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
Oops. That's not good.
Okay. Okay.
So now I get captured and you have to ransom me back or something.
Dude,
no.
you disappeared like 2 hours ago in front of a house. We think you're like back at your place.
As far as we know, you ditched us.
Yeah. Little did we know, you actually saved our life.
I helped out with it, at least.
So.
Oh, wait, do you, let's see, no, that's another campaign I'm playing. Where we have this once per session you can reroll one. But.
And no, I have not.
Hey guys, hang on. You're going to see a bright light behind me.
Oh.
Hallelujah.
Well, when I turn that light on, it causes my camera to bug out.
Now then. Just a second. With that roll, Malgar, you have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
You get spotted.
Yeah, I figured.
Do you make a run for it without the loot, or do you turn and fight the two guys who are heading towards you?
There are two guys?
Two of them, yes.
What sort of people?
One of them, just a second. One of them looks a bit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one looks a bit like that. So you have one of them wearing a crazy jester's outfit, and one of them carrying a huge metal torch and a flaming whip.
It's not worth it. Run.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Can I roll an insight check quickly to see, to sort of gain some sort of
Yeah.
insight
most
into
certainly.
what kind of... Oh, that's a double one. So it's the first one.
So the first one, the one in the kind of red jester's outfit, you do remember killing one of them on the bridge fairly easily.
Yep.
You remember that he did cast spells, or he cast a spell, but he did fall quite quickly.
Yeah.
The other one, you have not actually fought one of them, but you have watched some of them perform. You actually recognize at least the costume as a costume of the blade jugglers.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
I'm gonna roll high or low. Let's see what I do here. So high, I attack. Low, I don't. Let's see.
I mean, I'm.
Okay, so I just leave it be then.
Kim is gonna be
You-
psyched.
You leg it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still have Kim's stuff in my backpack though.
Yeah, you have
So-
Kim's stuff. You just don't get
Yeah.
the other stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it was
Okay.
the chest
I will.
and the...
I will say that because they were approaching you as you were there, I will allow you to choose one of those 4 items.
Okay.
To
It was mithril hooks and...
It should be in chat.
So that was the items.
Yeah.
So you basically have time to grab one of these as you leg it.
Yeah, the chest would probably slow me down a bit, wouldn't it? Or...
It is the bulkiest of the items, yes.
Yeah. So...
Obsidian.
I'm gonna take
Sorry.
the chains. Obsidian chains with blood rubies.
Okay. You take the chains and you leg it.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
But
That
I
went
want
well.
I want to do just one thing
Go for it.
to because I cast. Let's see. I just had to check the description here. Yeah, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the guy who, the blade juggler,
Mm-hmm.
as I run away from there. Just so it would be easier for me to track him down maybe later, in case they find the stash. Which they probably will.
Well, you hit it very well, though.
Yeah, that's
That's
Yeah, but he
27,
was
yeah.
he was actually uncovering it to grab the stuff
Yeah.
whenever they saw him. That's why he was able to grab the chain and run.
Okay.
Okay. So
What's happening to
You-
Yuri? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
well, we'll cover. I'll cover that in a recap. Well, I'll have a chat with.
What?
Oh. But you make your way out of Rick's Money. And I assume you head back to Dovin's farm?
I mean, that's like the quote-unquote safest place we have right now.
Yeah, it's the closest thing you have to a base.
I mean,
So-
we could have used
Yeah.
the spore farm as the base, but now I've got to deal with assholes making black spore that...
Mm-hmm. Just
Uh,
running.
Yeah, you run all the way back to the spore farm. Or spore farm, yeah. Right. Yeah, you guys arrive back there safely. What do you do from there?
Cry for a little bit.
You probably want to have a bit of talking.
We almost died. I hate it. What the fuck happened?
we lost our possible link at getting pardoned.
We fucking left Yuri there.
Pissed off. Jury's a Rakdos. They're the Rakdos. He's as fine as he's going to be, no matter where the hell he is.
Huh. I guess. Oh shit. Alright. Fuck. Shit. Fuck shit.
Just to be clear, I wouldn't be if it. Well, it depends on how long it would take, but I want to to just sort of circle around a bit and see if I can get the drop on those two guys at a later time, within an hour of casting Hunter's Mark.
As they go back to the rot farm, Dovin's gonna go over to where Malgar had swept everything out of the way before and start two-stepping on the path to put footprints.
Got it.
Ah shit. Do you think the Boros are at the rot farm?
At this point, I really don't care.
Okay. Cool. Fuck. Well, we got Velen back at least. That's something. That's good.
Yeah, at which point, by the time you get back to the farm, he's like, what the hell happened? What's going on?
You made friends. Stop making friends.
Yeah, we kind of saved your ass. You was one. And now we need to figure out how the fuck we're supposed to clear our names without our lead witness.
And also without the contact that was looking for your other person.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever happened to what the fuck was the name of the Grimbob? What the fuck happened to Grimbob?
The Azorius have them.
What do you think the odds are that we can? Okay, never
I
mind.
am not breaking into an Azorius prison.
Alright.
We've broken enough laws.
How about we return?
Doubtful.
What do you think if we return to the Boiler Works? Maybe there's something there. If we keep on investigating, there's something we missed.
We have something to give Necessus. We just gotta hope that he shows up before we wind up getting arrested, because I don't know how to contact him, and I'm not going topside unless I absolutely have to.
What do we have to give him?
The cult.
Well, we were supposed to prove or find out where the
That's the best we can give him at this
Voltov.
time.
Yeah.
That's the best we can give him.
I'm just saying we could investigate the Boiler Works a bit more. Maybe there's a secret room of some kind.
Yes. Let's go back to the place where we are accused of a crime of blowing up.
No. Were we though? I thought we were accused of the crime of attacking
Oh, it is
Lazarus.
very likely they're pinning the blowing up on us as well.
Can we look up?
Did you not see the list of crimes that were read to you?
I kind of skimmed it.
And I believe, guys,
Mm-hmm.
on that note,
I don't really know what's the next step.
we've had an eventful night.
Yeah.
I think we will call it there, and you guys can discuss next steps for the next session.
Mm.
I will say that although we are losing Zeke full-time now, you can add jury judge as a contact among the Rakdos, who may be able to give you some assistance in the future.
Nice. Unless you really fuck up, Zeke, when you do the dumb things with the Casey later.
Well, would you say that Jury has now graduated to become a Blood Witch?
Oh, yes.
I don't.
The next step will be your indoctrination.
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
change
Jury's
gender
dream.
as well.
No.
So what I will do is through the week, Zeke, I will send you some messages,
Mhm.
and we will talk about next steps for Jury. And then from time to time, I will pass some information to you, let you know what's going on, let you make the choices that Jury would make.
Now I will say that there may be some Mondays where I get let off work early and there's no work to be done. So I could make it, and then I could play like an NPC
Yeah,
that just
or I mean,
shows
you
up to
could,
help, or
I mean,
play the villain.
or even Jury could actually come back out and assist them.
Hmm.
Jury is still able to function in the world, so if he is a contact, you could even bring him or one of your other followers back out to join in.
Yeah. Now, when I would figure out that I get left off early and there's no other work to be done, it will be about an hour, hour and a half before start time.
Okay. Just
And
drop me a message when you know,
mhm,
and we'll see what we can work in.
cool. Yeah, I'm pissed off, kind of, that I have to leave, but
Oh.
this
Yeah, I
job
know.
is going to open a huge door for me.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. Yeah, you can't swap that out. Yeah.
Yeah, we would be kind of be mad at you if you're like, yeah, I'm turning down a job for D&D.
Yeah.
And I knew deep down when I joined this game that the time would not work out if I got a job, most likely.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah, but
say
still-
that this is by far some of the most fun I've had playing D&D in a long time.
Great.
Good.
Like,
I had
the
fun.
amount
Appreciate
of RP we did, fucking, oh, beautiful.
I sometimes worry that I don't have enough combat in my games, but I do try to keep it character focused rather than kind of dice focused.
If I was any character other than Jury, oh, both of us would have loved it. But because Jury's more torture
Yeah.
combat focused, it's because it's just in the class.
Oh yeah,
It's
certainly,
kind
yeah.
of hard to be RP focused as a character that kind of.
But it actually still worked well with
Mhm.
with playing him through. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to the weeks that you can jump back in with us.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was
Would
fun,
you
man.
mind
Yeah,
if I
it's been fun
stayed in the Skype chat?
Oh no, by all means, stay in the Skype chat
Nice.
because that's
No,
how the
you
group
are
will be able to
banished.
contact
Away
you.
Yeah,
with ye.
I'll probably also watch the record as a VOD
Yeah,
from time to
that
time.
way you can keep up to date. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'll pass details to you. The group will be able to contact you if and when they choose to. And as I pass you information, if you want to contact the group, you're free to do so.
Yeah, you can just
Oh,
write notes saying, you guys are morons. Like, stuff like that.
Casey,
Yeah.
I left my Pearl of Power in the party loot.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, certainly. You
because-
left it at the farm.
Yeah, because I didn't think I would need it, and you guys find Jury's Pearl of Power that he never used. Weirdly,
There
even
you go.
though now that I think about it, there's plenty of times where the Pearl of Power would have come into great use.
Yeah, amazing.
Getting
man.
back a first or second level spell slot.
Yeah, when you're
Jeez.
sad.